All right, guys. So, long story short, I was the victim of a hurricane. I was inside of Helen. You know what I mean? Not in the not in the pleasant way. Um, yeah. So I've not really been following the news too closely, but this was a video I kind of planned on making before everything went down. So I'm just gonna go on in a bit of a ramble. Probably not gonna be super well edited. I'll see what I can do on my phone, but don't if this is literally if I just upload it if I just upload this like this, then it is what it is. um yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about Rocksteady making another Batman game, because that is the rumor at the moment. I believe it was there was a guy who was like the ex um uh, like owner of a popular Xbox website. So he's kind of a credible source from what I understand. He's basically saying that Rocksteady is in development on another Batman game. So that's where the source is coming from. It's also one of those scoops where it's like, you're telling me Rocksteady's making another Batman game? You're telling me that after the horrendous failure of Suicide Squad, you're telling me that Rocksteady's making another Batman game? What? I could have never seen that coming. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying he didn't hear anything. I don't know, but it's like, yeah, no shit, right? No shit. They're making another Batman game. Um, but so obviously, that is the right move for them at this point, right? Like, you tried to do something different with Suicide Squad. You failed horrifically. I believe Suicide Squad was the biggest flop in terms of the amount of money lost for the publisher and for the developer and of any video game ever, right? Until Concord, I think, because it recently came out that Concord cost like $400 million to make, which is fucking insane. Um, but still, Suicide Squad, one of the biggest flops in video game history. And yeah, it's like, of course you're going to go back to what works, right? Of course you're going to do something safe now and make another Batman game. So that's obviously the right move for them. But I really wanted to touch on something that I've seen, and I understand that why this is the main narrative around Suicide Squad, around Rocksteady, but it's simply not accurate. So most people are under the understanding that the Rocksteady of old, right? The Rocksteady that made Arkham Asylum, that made Arkham City, and that made Arkham Knight, that they weren't involved with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, right? Like, they're under the impression that they left, then new blood came in, and they worked on like new people made Suicide Squad. That the Rocksteady that we knew is dead, and then these new people, these like Jewish cabal, Sweet Baby Inc. employees came in and they made, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And that's why the game was bad. And that is simply not true. Like, just so you know, the guy that directed the first three Arkham games, Sefton Hill, he directed Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. He bailed, but he bailed like at the last minute. I think like a year before the game came out. So he made the game. The game that well, I didn't play it, but the game that y'all played. Well, to be fair, nobody played it. But the game that came out, that is his game. Everything that you hate about the story of Suicide Squad, whether it be, I don't know, Captain Boomerang pissing on the Flash, whether it be Harley Quinn shooting Batman in the face, whether it be the concept of the Suicide Squad killing the Justice League, whether it be the stupid, baffling multiverse plot decision, whether it be a gender swapped Mr. Freeze, yada yada. Like it just needs to be said. It needs to be emphasized that Rocksteady made all those decisions. They did. Even if it was the nefarious Sweet Baby Inc. Like, even if they maybe came up with those decisions, it was Rocksteady that decided to implement them. You realize they could have said no, right? Like, you can't get away from the fact that Rocksteady made a bad game in Suicide Squad. So yes, Rocksteady is dead. there is a new team of people there that really didn't have much to do with the original Arkham trilogy. But you cannot put the blame of Suicide Squad on those people. Now, am I sitting here saying that you need to be excited for whatever their next Batman game is? No. Honestly, we should be treating it as what it is. This is a new team, a fresh team that's making a Batman game, and we kind of just have to wait and see what they do. I don't think that I don't think there's really any point to there being any initial positivity nor negativity surrounding the project. Now, you know, the other question that needs to be asked is, well, what exactly are they doing? Is this going to be a Batman game set in the Arkhamverse? Is it going to be its own thing? In my opinion, I don't really have too much of a preference about that. Like, in my opinion, I actually think what they should do is I think they should make a Batman Beyond game. I feel like I think that's the best route forward, because by making a Batman Beyond game, you're obviously going to be keeping a lot of similar mechanics, right? You're probably going to keep the free flow combat system, stealth, traversal is going to be largely the same, except you can add some new things, right? Like he has like the rocket powered boots, so maybe you can actually like freely fly around Gotham. Obviously, making a Batman Beyond Gotham could be really fucking cool. Like having these like massive skyscrapers and stuff like that. That could just be really really neat to see implemented in a video game. You have a fresh character and Terry McGinnis. Bruce would still be involved. Obviously, we don't have Kevin Conroy anymore, but you can recast that. To me, that seems like the best way forward, in a way that you're doing something completely fresh, but you're also playing it safe at the same time. You know what I mean? I think they should make a Batman Beyond game, and that could be a game that you could set in the Arkhamverse, or you couldn't, and it wouldn't really matter at the end of the day. But honestly, at the end of the day, the most important thing, this is the most important thing. This is a game that it can't take 9 years to come out. You can't spend like $200 million on it. Like I understand that there are certain realities to AAA gaming today that they oftentimes do take, way too much time to come out, but you got to figure out a way around it. Whether it be, hey, maybe you don't need to be like a massive open world. Like maybe it doesn't need to be 2 times the size of the last game. Like maybe you go back to more of an Arkham Asylum or even an Arkham City approach to it, where it's a segmented off Gotham. But you make that segmented off Gotham really cool. Hey, do you ever think of that, maybe? I just think they need to focus on, obviously making it single player, obviously making it a really tight, really well directed single player game. Don't worry about multiplayer, don't worry about live service bullshit. Just do your thing and just make a cool game, and don't break the freaking bank on it. Don't make it be the case that it needs to make like $1 billion in revenue just so that it breaks even. Like, that's insane. The fact that they thought that Suicide Squad was going to be a game that did that is actual insanity that I cannot even comprehend. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But again, it just needs to be emphasized. Rocksteady made a bad game. It wasn't Sweet Baby Inc. It wasn't anybody else. It was Rocksteady. The guys that made the Arkham trilogy that we know, that we all love, they made Suicide Squad. And it was bad, and it is what it is. Go read the Bloomberg article that came out detailing it, that they wanted to go into the live service direction. It wasn't, Warner Brothers didn't even force them to do that, by the way. They wanted to do it, and they were in over their heads. Go read that Bloomberg article. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I might post some more videos in this style. We'll see. We'll see when I'm even able to post this one. I'm just kind of recording it, and I'm gonna bank it and see if it ends up available somewhere, or if I can upload it somewhere. But we'll see. But either way, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.